it's really all about is taking care of one another, right? Taking care of the people that we love, even our friends and our community, our family, our extended family, right? And we want to take care of ourselves so we can take care of others. And so I think that's what it really kind of boils down to. Isn't that what it's really all about? We want to eat good, healthy food so we can be good and healthy and feel good, have good energy, not be sick and have to deal with illness, not feel terrible if we have something. Now, I understand there's things that are going to happen in people's lives that are going to be really debilitating. It's going to make things very difficult. It's going to make life hard sometimes, frustrating. And people learn to deal with things. They learn to deal with pain. They learn to deal with certain conditions. I would argue that some of those conditions could, at the very least, be alleviated and people could feel better and have a better quality of life than they would maybe not taking some of these other, let's just say, nutritional therapies, nutritional approaches to things. And I think there's other things that you can completely fix and turn around that allopathic medicine and even some other modalities sometimes don't have a whole lot of help with. But food itself, maybe just getting something dialed in right, getting something out of there that should not be in there, in your system, in your diet. And maybe the opposite, sometimes there's things that we need that we're not getting because we know where people are minerally deficient, very highly minerally deficient. Magnesium and zinc, just terribly deficient in people's lives and most people's diets. They're without those things and they need those things. So I would argue that we need to use that as a foundation. Fundamentally, it's about food. So that's why my thing is all about food, farming, and health, because it's about health of us and the people that we care about and love. Of course, the health of our animals, if we have animals, and the health of the plants that are in our environment that we have control of. And to a greater extent, I think in society, we just need to look at that. We need to take better care of our natural resources so that we have healthier soil, so that we have healthier farm and homestead ecosystems, so that everything is nurtured better than it might be otherwise. I think that's the real point. It's all about the health of everything. So it's farm, it's food, and it's health. Now, is it just farm food? You got to buy your stuff from a farmer, even if you're buying direct from somebody who's, really growing really good, nutrient dense food, clean of chemicals and all that sort of thing. No, of course you could be doing that yourself too. It just has a ring to it. Farm, food, and health. Throw the word garden in there, but that just doesn't have the ring. But the food part does. I mean, it doesn't mean that just you. I mean, that your food has to be coming from just farmers. Your food can come from wherever you see fit. The point is that there are a lot of people that are going to rely on farmers, and farming is really what it's all about in a sense with food production in our modern society. I mean, to a greater extent. And if we have a homestead, we kind of sort of farm ourselves, right? So maybe gardening isn't farming, but maybe some of us have more of a farm-like environment. But it's just more of a general term. But yes, farm, food, and health, because it all comes down to our health. Is eating organically or eating certain nutrient-dense foods going to magically make everything better? No, absolutely not. And I don't think anybody's really making that claim. I think the claim that people are making is that you need to up the quality of what you have and what you're doing. And this is part of that equation. This is part of making that happen. And those that are really focused on, and this is really what I'm trying to get across, is that there are those that are focused on really good nutrient-dense food comes from a really sound environment. And yes, preferably a chemical-free environment. And there's just so many other aspects that go into it. And that's what we're really going to be doing when we talk about farm, food, and health. So I invite you to join me in the conversation.